vlog.
Recording?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Access All Areas Mark Blair vlog. Today is a very, very special day, especially if you're Irish. Today is St. Patrick's Day, and I'm very lucky to have a gig in Ireland. I'm playing back to back with Dara in Sligo. It's currently 5 a.m. We're in Barcelona at the moment. We're heading to the airport. We have to get 2 flights because we're flying to Belfast because the flights to Dublin were too expensive because it's St. Patrick's Day and everyone's got the same idea. So we're flying to Belfast via Bristol, which is fine with me because it means I can call in and visit my parents and my dogs for a few hours before heading to Sligo. And yeah, I'll keep you updated with how we go on throughout the day, what we're up to, the lead up to the show, how things work, and all that juicy stuff. So yeah, hope you enjoy the vlog, and I'll catch you soon. We've got about 20 minutes until our flight takes off. We're just trying to rush over to the gate now. Hopefully we can make it. But yeah, fingers crossed we make it. And we can get to Ireland. We have to go to Bristol first, and then Ireland. Hopefully there's no delays, no issues, but through all the years in travelling, it's kind of inevitable that shit goes wrong or flights get delayed, but it's a big day today, St. Patrick's Day, so hopefully it all goes smooth and we get there nice and on time. We just made it onto our private jet at the last moment, aka our Ryanair flight. So we made it, we're heading to Bristol and then we're heading to Belfast. Smooth, easy, catch us there.
Hello! 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 Thank you very much.
Home sweet home. 6 hours later, 2 flights later, we've finally landed in sunny Belfast. Desi Blair came to pick us up.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
We're gonna head back to my parents' house now, get changed. We're really fucking exhausted, so we're gonna go for a quick lunch in like a little pub near our house. Eat there for a few hours, head back to the house, have a nap, and then get up and drive 2.5 hours to Sligo. My parents have very kindly let me borrow the car for the night. So
Have we? Don't remember that.
So I'm gonna drive down and then drive home the next day. Go straight to my parents' house again, and then my mum's gonna give me a lift to the airport and then back home to Barcelona. So yeah, I'll update you in a bit of where we're at and how we're getting on.
Hello, Kiki! Hello, Jess! Hello, puppy!
Oh, she's getting old.
You're not getting old though, are you, Jakey? Hey, Jakey, look what he brought us. What'd you bring us? Give me that. Oh.
What a good boy. Best thing about flying through Belfast is always getting to call in here, see the dogs, and my parents, of course.
Hello? Hello?
Who's bringing you?
How are you?
Good. Good to see you, love. Always miss you. Oh! Oh! Oh, that is so cute! Look at this! That's his wee back. There's he got that.
This is me whenever I was 2 years old. This is my brother, Desi Blair, Debbie Blair.
Oh, look at that.
Now look at the state of me. Welcome to McConnell's and the famous Doak. We've been coming to this pub / restaurant for like 10 years. They have the best chicken goujons and peppercorn sauce in the fucking world. So we're gonna go in, eat a load of food, get comatose, and then go home and sleep. First Guinness of the day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, folks. Delicious.
Second Guinness today. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Cheers.
The best chicken nuggets and all the dope. Hard to beat. So a little fun story for you is, like 5 or 6 years ago, if you look over at the stage over there, where you see the little stars, about 5 or 6 years ago, there was an amateur Sunday League football team that had their awards show in here, and I just started DJing, and they asked me to come and play. I think they paid me like £30 to give me like 6 beers. So one of my first gigs I ever had was actually in this restaurant playing for a Sunday amateur football team award show. Fun fact for you. Sorry, quick correction there. It was about 10 years ago, probably 6 years ago. I was getting a good few gigs. This was about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years ago. I don't know when. I got a bad sense of time. Oh. There we go, there's the nap finished at the parents' house. Now we've got a 2 hour and 50-minute drive to Sligo. It's about 6:30 p.m. We should be arriving around 10 p.m-ish, and then we'll hopefully grab some quick food and then head to the show.
Hi. 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 Goodbye, dogs. Goodbye, Arden. Goodbye, Desi. They're coming to Barcelona in 4 or 5 days, so I'm not going to miss them too much, and I'll see them in Barcelona next week. I haven't done this in years. This is not my day. How's it going, trips? We are about 1 hour into our journey. We've just pulled over at a garage to get some diesel and some snacks to refuel. And basically just want to take it down a bit, have a relaxing chat about something. And first off, I want to say I'm not complaining. I am fully aware how privileged I am and how lucky I am to have this job. But from Instagram, you see DJs, all you see is these clips from these 1 hour sets of these like euphoric, crazy fucking parties. And it just looks so fucking amazing and fun. But a lot of people don't realize how much like time, travel and work goes into it before you can get to that 1 hour set, and also after the 1 hour set of getting back to wherever you live. For example, we got up at 5 a.m. this morning in Barcelona. We've been traveling all day. We were very lucky because we were traveling to Belfast, so we got to call into my parents and we had a quick 1 hour nap when we got there. But you know, 95% of my weekend is spent waiting around and traveling and maybe trying to get a quick nap in whenever we're on a train somewhere or on a flight. Tonight we have the 1 hour set in Sligo, and then tomorrow morning we're up at 9 a.m. I'm driving back to Belfast for 3 hours, straight from Belfast to the international airport, getting a flight to Manchester, and then getting a flight from Manchester to Barcelona. We don't get home to Barcelona until 10 p.m. So that's just a full day from 9 a.m. until 10 p.m. of just pure travel, waiting for flights, waiting for lifts, getting buses, and yeah, like all that travel each weekend, especially when you have 2 or 3 shows in one weekend, like it's hectic. There's like 40 hours of waiting and traveling for 2 hours of fun and euphoria. But those like hour sets and 2 hour sets is worth the 30 hours of traveling. Like for me personally, like I fucking love it. It's worth it for me. But I think it's important that people realize it's not just a DJ jumps on for 1 hour and then goes home to bed. There's a lot of fucking work goes into it. There's a whole logistics team behind it that have to organize like how you're getting picked up, which flights are best, like the routing, which hotels you're going to stay at. Like, I don't know if people realize this, but there's whole teams of logistics managers that like organize all this travel and all the intricate details of how you're going to get to your set and how you're going to get back home after. So yeah, I just wanted people to know that the full picture. And just to reiterate, I'm not complaining. I'm not a DJ who's ungrateful. I fucking love it. I want to do this till the day I die. I just want people to know the full picture. And also, on my way home from Japan last weekend, I was traveling for like 40 hours, and I used that time to quit vaping because I was in an airport and I wasn't allowed to vape. So I was like, right, okay, I'm going to use this to jumpstart quitting vaping. And I did it, and it went well. And I didn't vape for the past week, but when I was in the garage there, I did something a little naughty. Oop. I have unfortunately relapsed, but I'm just going to have a few puffs tonight, give this to my tour manager, and she's going to keep it until next weekend, where I might have another little smoke on Friday or Saturday. If I feel like it. I'm not going to punish myself. We're all young, we're all having fun, we're all getting through life together. But yeah, just a quick update, little story for you, little background of how these shows actually happen. And yeah, we're got another hour and a half of driving, and I'll update you again when we get to the hotel and before we head to the show. I shouldn't have bought a bright fucking blue toxic looking ass drink, because I just ended up fucking spilling it all over my hoodie, and I've only got one hoodie. So hopefully this hairdryer can fix it a little bit. Hello, you're watching MTV Cribs, and this is my crib, Mark Blair. We just arrived in Sligo. I'm going to give you a quick room tour of the hotel room. Come with me. This is the bathroom, nice and spacious, plenty of room to poop and shower. And here we've got the master bedroom. Very nice. And if you come over here, I'm not sure if you can see it through the camera, but there's a beautiful view of the river and of the beautiful town of Sligo. So we're going to head to the gig now. We're meeting Dara in the lobby. We're going to walk over and plan for solo for 1 hour. And then Dara's playing solo for an hour, and then we're playing back to back for the last hour. So I've heard the tickets are practically sold out, so we're in for a very good night. Let's go see what the chaos is.
Yeah, what are we? So what they're planning on doing is, like, over to the left where you were knocking that and building an actual stage.
Right.
That'll work a lot.
Yeah. You could nearly make that a boiler sort of situation.
There's Sligo finished and smashed. Absolute insane night. Crowd was so fucking rowdy. St. Patrick's Day in Ireland, everyone always goes fucking nuts. So yeah, absolute sick show. Going straight back to the hotel now, get some sleep for our travel day tomorrow.
Ours.
We're good, we're tired, we're exhausted. We had a great night in Sligo. Now I got a 3-hour drive back to Belfast, straight to the airport, flight to Manchester, then flight to Barcelona. We get home at 10 PM and then I can finally get into my own fucking bed and relax for a week. Well, there we have it. Another show finished. That was probably like my 10th time playing in Sligo. Whenever I first started DJing, I would always play here. I would play a lot throughout Ireland. So that was probably like my 10th, 15th time playing Sligo, and it's always one of the funnest places to play. It's a very like studenty town. I think there's a few universities here. So yeah, the crowd's always up for it. It's always a crazy night. And yeah, we had really good fun. It was really good fun to play back to back with Dara. He plays a bit different music than I do, but it was fun to have that two contrasting genres playing against each other, and I hope the crowd liked it. We're just going to drive back to Belfast now and get some food, and yeah, we'll be back in Barcelona, back to our sweet little home in about 14 hours. So here's a little travel hack for you, or a little travel tip. If you travel, I would say like once a month or more, or even like 10 flights a year, you can pay €500 a year for an American Express platinum credit card, and with that credit card you get access to every private airport lounge basically in the world. Like it includes all the UK airports, all the Irish airports, even like in America, Dubai, all the airports there. Normally whenever you pay, if you're just paying to use a lounge, it's around £40, and the credit card is £400 a year. So if you're going to use the lounge more than 10 times per year, that's you basically making your money back from what you paid for the card. If you use the lounge 10 times a year, that's 5 return trips, because obviously you use the lounge on your way out and use the lounge on the way back. So if you take more than 5 trips per year, it's actually worth it to pay for the credit card and get access to the lounge. You also get other offers with it. You get like Uber Eats vouchers, you get discount on hotels, on renting cars, and lots of other little fun, sweet treats on it. So yeah, if you're a traveller, I would definitely recommend paying for the credit card. For me, it's definitely worth it because I'm traveling all the time. But even if you travel a little bit, it can be worth it. So definitely something to look into. And once you have access to the lounge, you get free food, free drink, including free alcoholic drinks, like as much as you want to drink, if that's what you're into. And if you want to be a little bit sneaky, you can go into the lounge and take 3 or 4 bottles of beer and sneak it into your bag and sneak it out of the lounge onto the plane with you, instead of having to pay like €7-8 a beer whenever you're on the plane. So I would definitely recommend it. Playing on St. Patrick's Day, I've DJ'd every single St. Patrick's Day for the past, honestly, like 8 to 10 years. And it's always quite a strange one, because if you don't know, St. Patrick's Day is like a really big holiday in Ireland. And everyone really fucking drinks a lot. Like people wake up at 9 AM and start drinking with their breakfast. Like it's really crazy. So if you're not DJing until nighttime, you're going to be DJing to a crowd that's been drinking all day, drinking pints. So by the time they get to the club, they're kind of like zombies. Like they're tired, they're drunk, they're confused. So it's always quite weird playing to a crowd like that. A lot of the times I'll find myself, kind of going just towards the more like crowd pleasers. Like it's almost like the crowd isn't quite, how can I say it, like, they're not quite present enough to know to really enjoy getting taken on a full journey of like unknown music. So like I do find myself kind of swaying towards playing like more well-known tracks, or tracks that have like a remix of a track that they would know, or a track that they has some words in it to kind of give people something to focus on, because they kind of need that because they're has such a long day of partying and drinking. But yeah, it's still super fun to play to a crowd like that. But yeah, it's definitely a different vibe than it is playing a normal Saturday night or a normal Friday night at a rave. But Sligo, absolutely amazing. Really, really enjoyed it. Crowd was awesome. The back-to-back with Dara was really fucking fun. Hopefully we can do that again sometime. And yeah, I think this might be it for the vlog. I might give you another update whenever I get home, but if I don't, I hope you enjoyed it. I know I talked a lot about boring shit and like travel, but that's just because that's what most of the trips are like. Whenever we go somewhere more exotic or more exciting, or if we have more time to like show you around the cities that we're in, or cool landmarks or different cultures, then we'll definitely do that. But for now, we're gonna get home, rest for the next week, recover. I'm gonna work on loads of new music. I'm gonna preview some new music over the next week, hopefully. I've got a Barb release coming out with Kai McLean in 2 days' time, which I'll update everyone on. And yeah, thanks for watching if you're still watching at the end. Peace out.